Breast milk expression.
Good day, mommies. I am Kate Angel Baloyot, a nursing student from Pamantasan ng Luzon, Marikina, but you can call me Nurse Kate. And today we are going to talk about breast milk expression, proper care and storage of breast milk, and alternative ways of feeding the newborn. So first things first, let me talk about breastfeeding. So breastfeeding is essential to address the importance of exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months with women during pregnancy and after delivery. It includes your partner or other family members in the conversation and explain the benefits of breastfeeding to both the mother and the baby, as well as the breastfeeding process and when and how long to feed. You should also talk about whether you should continue breastfeeding after 6 months and whether you should introduce other foods in addition to breast milk. So we now have a little bit of background about breastfeeding. To expand your knowledge, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the breast milk expression. So without further ado, let's keep on going. Squeezing milk from your breast so you can preserve it and feed it to your baby later is known as expression of milk. The following circumstances are the main reason why mommies want to express their milk. So mommies usually go to work or be away from their babies, for example, because their child is in special care or they must return to work. So they have uncomfortably full breasts or engorged. The baby isn't able to latch or sip breast milk, but you still want to give it to them. Plus, your partner wants to assist you in nursing your kid. Perhaps you want to increase the amount of milk you're going to produce. So breast milk expression is very important when it comes to this circumstance. So how could you really express breast milk and when is a good time to do this? So you can use a breast pump or express milk by hand. So the frequency and amount of milk you are going to express will be determined by the purpose you're doing it. So it can take a while for your milk to start flowing again. So it's better for you to choose a time when you are the most calm. Having your kid or a follow of them close by may aid and help in the flow of your milk. So if you wrap your breast with a warm towel beforehand or after a shower or bath, you may find it easier to express. So now we're going to talk about expressing milk by hand. So some people prefer to express milk by hand, particularly in the first few days or weeks after delivery, because it means that you can express yourself without the use of a pump or electricity. So you can stimulate milk to flow from a specific region of the breast by hand expressing it. This could come in handy if one of your breast milk ducts becomes clogged. So to catch the milk as it flows, place a sterile feeding bottle or container beneath your breast. So I have here the container. This will serve as a container to catch the flow of the milk that will spill out of the breast. So hands should be washed with soap and warm water before you begin. Okay. So prepare a clean container, which is this, to collect the milk in. So before expressing, some women find that gently stroking their breasts or massaging it encourages their milk to let down or to flow easily. So with one hand, cup your breast and the other one is holding the container here to catch the milk, and your one hand should form a C shape with your forefinger and thumb. So gently squeeze, keeping your thumb and finger a few milliliters away from your nipple, just outside the darker region surrounding the areola. So you should avoid squeezing the nipple itself because this can cause pain. So gently squeeze this part. Okay, then release the pressure. Then repeat the process to establish a rhythm. Make an effort not to run your fingertips over the skin. Repeat the same. Okay. So drops should begin to appear and your milk should eventually begin to flow. If there are no drips occur, try pinching the darker part or area around your nipple with your fingers and thumb, but avoid squeezing the darker area because it can cause pain, just like what I said a while ago. So move your fingertips to a different section of your breast and repeat when the flow slows. Okay, just keep squeezing. Okay, just like that. Then you can also swap to the other breast when the flow from one has slowed. Continue to change breast until your milk drops or drips. extremely slowly, or completely stops. So next is we have expressing breast milk with the breast pump. So breast pumps are classified into two types, so the manual or hand-operated and the electric. So manual pumps are less expensive, however, they may not be as fast as electric pumps. It's also possible that you'll be able to rent an electric pump, or pump rental options here you can be found through your midwife, health visitor, or a local breastfeeding advocate. On some electric pumps, the suction intensity can be adjusted, gradually increase your workload. Setting the strength to a high level right away could cause discomfort or harm to your nipple. So different funnel or the component that passes over the nipple sizes may be available to fit your nipples. As it is sucked into the funnel, the pump should never cause bruising or catch your nipple. So before using the pump or the container, make sure that they are clean and sterilized. Since the manual breast pump is the most common, so here are the steps in using this. So this is an example of manual breast pump. So first, you're going to read the instruction or manual to have a better understanding to the model you have. Next is hands should be washed with water and soap, and all parts of the breast pump should also be clean. This should also be clean. So find a quiet spot where you can relax. Consider your baby because this will cause the hormones that to encourage the release of your milk to be activated. Next is to place the breast shield on the breast once it has been built, like this, and assemble the shield so that it will be centered over the nipple. Next is start pumping, like this, so it may take a few minutes for the milk to begin to flow. That. Then adjust the rate of your pumping once the milk has been released to make it irregular, to compare it to a baby sucking actions. So every 5 minutes switch breast. Make sure each breast is stimulated for at least 15 minutes. If one breast produces more milk than the other, don't be concerned or don't worry. This is completely or totally normal. Then next is remove the breast shield once you've completed pumping. So after that, you can now transfer the milk that you have gathered in a container. Then it is already ready for storage. So next is we have the electric breast pump. These are the steps in using it. So an electric breast pump is similar to a manual breast pump, except you don't have to pump it yourself. So to improve your letdown reflex, simply relax, be comfortable, and softly rub your breast. So position the breast cover of the pump so that the nipple is in the middle. So begin with a low suction level and gradually increase to a level that is comfortable for you. So continue pumping until the milk stops flowing. Then there are two types of electric breast pumps available. So those are the pumps that are single and double. So switch to the other breast if you're using a single pump. After each use, thoroughly cleanse the breast pump and store it in a clean, closed container.
Excuse me. I have a question regarding your lesson. So, can you please tell me when is the appropriate time to express breast milk? Thank you.
So, women typically pump every 2 to 3 hours or around 2 or 3 times per 8 hours work period. Women who work 12-hour shift may need to pump 3 to 4 times to maintain their milk production. It can take 15 to 20 minutes to express the milk depending on the woman and the age of the baby.
Is it okay to just pump and not breastfeed?
So if you believe that breast milk is the best food choice for your child, but you are not able to breastfeed or you don't want to, that's where pumping comes in. So it's absolutely okay to pump your breast milk and give it to your baby in a bottle.
What happens when you don't express your breast milk?
So if you don't express milk by either nursing or pumping, your body begins to secrete prolactin inhibiting factor or PIF. So PIF sends the signal to your brain that the milk isn't needed and gradually shuts down milk production. During the time, you might feel some discomfort if your breasts become engorged with milk.
How often should you pump milk?
So you should try pumping every 3 to 4 hours for around 15 minutes a session. This may sound like a lot, but it goes back to that concept of supply and demand. Your baby takes in milk every few hours. Pumping that often will cause and will ensure that you're able to keep up with their needs. Now we're going to move on to our next topic, which is the proper care and storage of breast milk after pumping. So breast milk can be stored in a sterile container or in breast milk storage bags. Refrigerate for up to 8 days at 4 degrees Celsius or lower. So fridge thermometers are available online if you're not sure if what is your fridge's temperature or if it's higher than 4 degrees Celsius. You can use it within 3 days. So breast milk that has been refrigerated can be transported for up to 24 hours in a cool bag with ice packs. So breast milk should be stored in small quantities to avoid waste. If you're going to freeze it, make sure it's labeled and dated first. Next is we have defrosting and warming frozen breast milk. So before giving your infant frozen breast milk, let it slowly defrost in the fridge. You can defrost it in a jug of warm water or by holding it under running warm water if you need to use it right away. If it has separated after it has defrosted, give it a moderate shake. Make use of it right away as well. So the frosted milk should not be refrozen. So breast milk should not be heated or defrosted in the microwave. So this can generate hot spots in your baby's mouth, which can burn them. So after your infant has drunk from a bottle of breast milk, it should be consumed within 1 hour and only any leftovers should be discarded. So storing breast milk if your baby is in a hospital. So if you're expressing breast milk because your baby is premature or sick, you must seek guidance from the medical staff who is caring for him or her on how to keep the excess breast milk. So milk that's stored for longer periods of time than mentioned above in either the fridge or the freezer will lose greater amounts of vitamin C. So also be aware that a woman's breast milk is tailored to her baby's needs. If you do find your baby is vomiting after consuming spoiled milk, you must call your pediatrician immediately. If the vomiting continues, there are other symptoms, or if you just want to have some peace of mind, you must call your pediatrician. So now we're going to tackle about the alternative ways of feeding the baby or the newborn. So a supplement is a type of feeding that is given to a kid in addition to or instead of breastfeeding. When it comes to supplements, your own expressed breast milk is the greatest option. So infant formulated or infant formula or screened and pasteurized donor breast milk are some more safe supplements. So cow's milk can be given to an older child, however, it should not be given to a child under the age of 1 year as a supplement. So why does a breastfed baby may need to be supplemented? So for the first 6 months of life, most newborns can only be breastfed. However, in some circumstances, a supplement may be required. Here are some of the reasons why your doctor may advise you to give your infant a supplement. So here are some reasons. So your baby is not latching on to the breast, your child is not gaining weight, your baby has a sucking issue such as a weak suck, a cleft lip palate, or tongue tie. It could also be possible that you're breastfeeding a premature baby, so you've decided to breastfeed your adopted child. You have a low breast milk supply, you're breastfeeding after breast surgery, or it could also be you have very sore nipples, you have stopped breastfeeding and wish that to start again. Those are the main reasons why some doctors or pediatricians encourage mommies to have a supplement in their breastfeeding. So here's how to supplement your breastfed baby. So the first one in the list is a nursing supplementer. It is a device that provides a supplement to your baby when she is latching onto your breast and breastfeeding. So because it does not interfere with breastfeeding, a nursing supplementer is the best technique for providing additional nutritional support to a breastfed baby. So this is a container filled with your express breast milk. So donor breast milk, it could also be from a donor breast milk, or infant formula serves as the supplementer. So the container is attached to a tube that runs from the tip of your nipple to the container. So the tube functions as a straw. So as your baby nurses or breastfeeding, she sucks breast milk from your breast into her mouth, as well as more milk from the supplementer. So a nursing supplementer ensures that your baby receives adequate nutrition while also allowing your child to stimulate your breast and increase your breast milk supply. The next one on the list is the finger feeding. So this is a good option if your baby is having problems latching onto the breast, or if you have really sore nipples and need a break from breastfeeding. So with the nursing supplementer device, finger feeding is similar to breastfeeding. Instead of the supplementer being attached to your nipple, the tube is attached to the tip of your finger, then you put your finger in the mouth of the baby. So this feeding will be pulled from the supplementer into your child's mouth as she or he sucks on your finger. Next is we have the cup feeding. So even little newborns can drink from a cup. So to feed the baby using a cup, place the cup full of supplemental milk in the infant's mouth and allow him or her to sip it. So repeat the technique after each swallow until the desired amount of supplement has been supplied to the baby. It is essential that the milk is not be poured into the baby's mouth. Just take it slowly and let the baby feed themselves. So cup feeding is good for supplementing an older infant around 6 months of age. Infants can start learning how to drink from a sippy cup. Next is we have the spoon, dropper, or syringe feeding. So milk delivered on a spoon, in a dropper, or in a syringe can be slowly introduced into the baby's mouth in very little amounts. So when the baby swallows, a little amount of food is placed into the mouth until the feeding is done. These feedings are suitable for infants who only need a minimal amount of supplementation. So for the last one, we have the bottle feeding. So this is the most popular and convenient method of supplementation. Bottles and nipples are inexpensive and simple to use. So there are numerous brands and styles of bottles and nipples available. So you may want to experiment with a few different styles to determine which your baby prefers. So for a breastfed baby, a bottle with a slower flow nipple is usually preferable. So faster flow nipples means getting milk out of the bottle easier, which may lead to a preference for the bottle in some newborns. So if you're having problems deciding on a bottle, you can get advice from the baby's pediatrician. So there you have it. I hope you learned something in this class. Always remember this quote: a pair of substantial mammary glands have the advantage over the two hemispheres of the most learned professor's brain in the art of compounding a nutritive fluid for infants. This is quoted by Oliver Wendell Holmes. That would be all. Thank you and goodbye.